Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Today in this video I'm going to check the Eachine RD200 FPV watch. In this video I'm going to go over its features and compare it side by side with the Topsky FPV watch. So first of all, as far as I know, Buzzcom was one of the first, if not the first company to release an FPV watch, and the Eachine RD200 is the rebranded version of the latest FPV watch, the FPV 200. This watch is available in two colors, blue and white. I have the white version. In terms of specs, the RD200 FPV watch features a built-in 5.8 GHz 48 channels video receiver, a foldable built-in antenna, a 2-inch LCD screen with a resolution of 320 by 240, so you can simply ignore what's written here. In addition, it features an AV in port. It has a built-in battery that should last you for about an hour. And its highlight is probably the built-in DVR that records video at 640 by 480 at 25 frames per second. In terms of packaging, inside the box, along with the FPV watch, you can find a USB to micro USB cable for charging the watch internal battery, a micro USB to female RCA plug for using the video in feature, a Velcro sticker, and the user manual. On the right side of the Eachine RD200, you can find 3 buttons. The RF button is going to enable you to perform a band scan and also switch between all the 6 available bands. The center button is the power button, and if you are going to long press it, it's going to either turn on or turn off the watch, and if you are going to short press it while the watch is on, it's going to start or stop the DVR recording. The channel button is going to enable you to switch between the 8 available channels by short pressing it, and if you are going to long press it, it's going to bring the options menu. On the bottom side of the watch, you can find a micro SD card slot that supports up to 32 GB micro SD cards. Next to it, a charging indicator, and on the left side, you can find the foldable antenna, which I've showed you before, and also a micro USB port that is used both for charging the internal battery of the watch and also as an AV in port using the provided adapter. Now, by the way, both on the top side and on the bottom side of the watch, you can find these holes, which are used for ventilation, and these are not speakers. In terms of dimensions, the RD200 weighs 67.4 grams, so it weighs about the same as the Topsky watch. Its width is 55.8 millimeters, its height is 50 millimeters, and its thickness is 15.4 millimeters, so it's a little bit thicker than the Topsky watch. Now let's turn on the watch. It is done by long pressing the power button, and after about 2 seconds, the FPV feed is going to appear on the screen. On the top side of the screen, you can find an OSD, and if you'd like to bring it back, you can short press each of the buttons on the right. The OSD indicates the band, channel, the amount of free space on the micro SD card, and also if the DVR is recording or not. Short pressing the RF button is going to switch between all the 6 available bands, and if you are going to long press it, it's going to start the auto scan function. If you'd like to abort the auto search, you can simply short press the channel button. Short pressing the power button while the OSD is displayed is going to start the DVR recording. So now, as you can see, we can see this indication that indicates that now the DVR is recording. In order to stop the DVR recording, again, you need to bring back the OSD and press the power button again. Short pressing the channel button is going to switch between the 8 available channels, and long pressing it is going to bring us the settings menu. Over here you can find the playback option, which I'm going to get to in a second, and you can also change the brightness, contrast, saturation, hue, and the timeout for the on-screen display. You can also format the micro SD card, so if you'd like to select an option, for example, you can press the power button, let's select yes. And if you'd like to format the card, you will need to press the power button again. So now the SD card was formatted. You can also restore the default settings. So if you'd like to select this option, again, you will need to press the power button in order to select it, and then short press either the channel or the RF buttons. So now, as you could see, the default settings were restored. In order to exit this menu, you will need to long press the channel button again. Now I'm going to power on this quadcopter, which is VTX is set to 5740. Let's initiate the auto scan. So it's done by long pressing the RF button. It's going to scan between all the available options. And as you can see, it found the best signal on 5745, which is pretty close to 5740. Now we can start the DVR recording. And as you can see, now the DVR is recording. So let's move the quadcopter around. Now let's stop the DVR recording and access the playback option. Over here you can switch between all the videos that you recorded. You can play back a video by short pressing the power button, and you can also pause it. You can control the playback speed, and if you'd like to go back to the video selection, you need to long press the RF button. Long pressing the RF button while selecting a video is going to enable you to delete it, and in order to confirm the deletion, you will need to short press the power button. In order to go back to the FPV feed, you will need to long press the channel button. Switching to the AV in mode is done by simply connecting the micro USB end of the provided adapter. So now over here you can see AV in, and I think that this feature can be useful for setting up an FPV camera. So I'm going to use this adapter, plug in the RCA male to the female connector, power up the camera, and now you can see the video of the camera on the screen, and using an OSD control board, you'll be able to set up your camera. Now, by the way, in case you wonder, plugging a USB to micro USB cable for charging the watch is not going to switch to AV in mode, and as you can see, you can charge the watch while watching the FPV feed. In terms of screen quality, I think that Eachine, or actually Boscam, did a pretty nice job. However, the quality of the screen of the Top Sky watch, in my opinion, is a little bit better. So you can judge for yourself. So here is the screen of the Eachine FPV watch, and here is the screen of the Top Sky watch. So in my opinion, the colors are a little bit better on the Top Sky watch, and you can also see more details. I advise that at this point you can pause the video and make up your own mind. So overall, I can tell you that in my opinion, the Eachine RD200 FPV watch is a cool gadget to have, since it is cost efficient, easy to use, and especially because it packs the ability to playback and record your flight footage, which is a useful feature. Now, by the way, if you don't need the DVR feature, you can buy a very similar version for a reduced cost. If you're debating which product to get, the Top Sky FPV watch or the Eachine RD200, I think that if you don't need the DVR option, you should go with the Top Sky FPV watch, since its build quality is better, and as you're about to see in the side-by-side comparison video, its signal reception is also better, probably because the ability to add an external antenna using the AM6 connector. If anyone from Boscam is watching this video, I think that you can improve your product by adding an AM6 connector instead of this foldable antenna, and I also think that it can be nice to have the ability to perform a band scan and then save all the channels with the highest signal, which can be very useful for spectating a race. I'm going to leave you with the side-by-side comparison of both FPV watches, including the DVR that was recorded by the Eachine RD200. And as always, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments section down below. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up if you like this video, and consider subscribing to my channel and hitting the notifications bell if you're not already subscribed. See you on my next videos, and goodbye.